Yeah, let's talk about this, right? I don't often talk a lot about other streamers on this on my stream. It's not because I'm scared of terms of service. I think it would be super unreasonable if Twitch were to sort of actually prevent you from talking about other streamers, especially just in a news kind of fashion. If somebody's in the headlines, I think it's reasonable commentary to talk about them. Now, if you were some weird little obsessive dwarf, for example, that constantly lied about somebody and misrepresented their work and tried to encourage deranged people in your fan base to dox, harass, and swat them, that would be different. That would be something that I would imagine would probably be against Twitch's terms of service, but apparently it isn't. So I feel very comfortable talking about other streamers on Twitch, because they've made it abundantly clear that you can take that conversation pretty far, actually. So let's have a look. This was something about Summit 1G. Now, I know Summit. We've had our ups and downs, but in general, I'll go on the record as saying I like the guy. I think he's a good streamer. I think we had some beef that went back to the iBuyPower bans in 2015, because when they were protesting their innocence and denigrating me and saying I made the story up, Summit was sponsored by iBuyPower, and iBuyPower said to Summit, hey, will you interview them on your stream so we can basically drown out Richard Lewis? And Summit agreed, and he asked these and he wouldn't have me on the stream, and he asked very one-sided questions, about so why is this Richard Lewis guy lying, do you think, and things like that. So I called him out at the time, but we were adults, I disagreed with that. I disagreed with what he did. I think he understands now, especially with the fact that it came out I was right. He understands that, yeah, he could have done it differently. But equally, if your sponsor comes to you and says, hey, look, will you help us out? I mean, you're probably, that's your money, right? You're inclined to lean towards that. So I over time, I was kind of very forgiving when we talked, and then when we had to promote E-League, he had me on his stream to do that, and it was, fine of him, and we talked about getting him out there and doing some stuff together, and we've talked, and yeah, he's a nice dude, so I got no beef there, no beef with him at all. Yeah, exactly. Just live and let live. That's how it has to be, right? I mean, I tried explaining this to... I try and explain this in general. If I go after you once, and we have a disagreement on Twitter once, it doesn't mean that it's I hate you, or I'm not an irrational human being. I don't hate you because I disagreed with something you said or something you did. I'd be more than happy to have a conversation about it. If you've gone too far, you've done something absolutely ridiculous, then yeah, that'll definitely put a nail in the coffin. But one of the things I'll say is the amount of criticism that Summit gets is terrifying. It makes me think, if I was ever a really popular streamer, I'd probably be pretty miserable, because I see Summit get criticized for very benign things. Now, one of the things he's been broadcasting at the moment is this game, what's it called? Sea of Thieves. Now, Sea of Thieves, I don't know if he's being paid to broadcast it or whether he legitimately enjoys it. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. It looks like a very bad game. Yeah, and that's actually a good point, Sophie, and he calls it No Man's Sea in the chat. That's pretty funny. It just didn't, listen, I don't know how hard everybody wants to be a fucking pirate or a fucking, bounty hunter or whatever. Sid Meier's Pirates is still sick. It's an amazing game still to this day, I don't know how everybody keeps fucking up pirate games. There hasn't really been a good pirate game probably since Monkey Island 2, it's fucking crazy. And I just tapped out. The game just didn't look that good to me, and I had no interest in playing it, whatever. But Summit's been streaming it, and I've seen some of his stream highlights, and I think they're pretty funny. I think Summit's a funny dude. You know, he's playing with like a fucking voice changer, and he's doing what I would expect you to be able to do in a pirate game. You know, he's stealing people's shit, he's killing people, he's like hiding in fucking boats with a knife in his teeth. This is good, right? This is like how the game is meant to be played. Well, this just shows you, like when you're a popular streamer, dude, like the level of what you can get away with, the level of what people will condemn you for and attack you for is so low, the threshold, that it's mind-blowing to me. So basically, this is the headline. I'll have to just turn my camera off a moment. Summit1G responds to accusations of toxicity in Sea of Thieves with passion-fueled rant. Now, I don't want to get too much into his response. Let's just talk, first of all, about the issue. So I just said there, he's playing the game as I believe it's intended to be played, right? What would be the point of a pirate game where we all have to fucking hold hands, sing "Come By Fucking Ya"? No one gets robbed, no one gets hurt, no one gets killed. This isn't what the fucking high seas are about. It's anything goes, you know? That is how it should be, right? Am I losing my mind? Like, is this? I must be losing my mind. That is what it's about. It's about, you know, like, have you ever watched a pirate movie? Pirates weren't nice guys, you know? You ever read about pirates? These people literally lived. I mean, we've got pirates now. You know, if you think about the dudes over in Somalia, they're not nice guys, are they? They wait for boats filled with goods that they can steal to sell on the black market, and they jump on there with AKs, and they drop, "I'm the captain now," and you know, that's piracy. That's what piracy is. That's what piracy is. So it's not, you're not meant to be having a good time if you get jacked by pirates, even if you yourself are a pirate. Basically, the game should be a constant cycle of griefing. Think about EVE Online. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, haha, I have joined a guild, but I am an asshole, and I'm going to worm my way up through and I'm going to steal everyone's shit. You don't get your shit back. You've been jacked, you got played. Now you must go get revenge. That's the game. That's the fucking core gameplay loop, that you change the world, you make it what it is. That's what this should be. So by trying to play nice with it, no, here's the thing. I know, Raiden, I know they cherry-picked the video. I'm going to show you the video. I don't think the video's even that bad. I don't think anyone is going to think this video is bad, right? So some loser made a video, right? And this is like, oh my God, like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on in your life to make this video? This is like a serious question of me. This guy must have watched like a lot of Summit streams, then cut out highlights he thought that displayed toxic behavior in the game. And I was like, uh-oh, what's Summit done? He hasn't been a naughty boy, has he? He hasn't been saying bad words, has he? He hasn't been fucking harassing people, has he?
Totally unnecessary.
Hard to imagine he can hide with his massive ass head.
Listen, big head, big brain. They've proven that. They've proven that down the years. So, anyway, let's just have a watch of this video and then tell me if this isn't the most tragic thing. And the reason this guy made the video, just for context, was they didn't want him to be invited to a special developer stream, even though Summit1G is probably the biggest streamer the game has, right? And they didn't want him to be invited to it because he said some bad words in a pirate game. So just watch what they made. It's ridiculous. Extreme toxicity.
We did really early on with Sea of Thieves was we put together the Pirates Code.
Can we just talk about this, by the way? Game developers, right? The fucking Pirates Code. Here's the Pirates Code. Thou shalt steal. The end. That is, what are you talking about? The Pirates Code, right? And you know what I mean? The Pirates Code. I'm like, when I saw this, I thought, oh, this is going to be like, you know when you do like role-playing I don't mean sexually, although actually it applies. You have a framework within which you operate, and it's there to keep things contextual. And sure, there's a little bit of boundary setting, but generally it's all thematic, right? So, you have a safety word, and that's about it, right? But you know what I'm talking about. You've seen Dungeons and Dragons streams and all that shit, right? They always say, like, oh, this is like how it works, and in this world it operates this way, and this is this way, and we do things this way, and don't do that because it'll break the game, and it'll break immersion. And you just have a few rules like that, right? I thought that's what the Pirates fucking code was going to be. Because obviously, this again, whenever your game is filled with shit like this, just offer a prayer to the dark gods, right, that Riot's gonna go bankrupt, because they did this with the fucking Summoner's Code. The Summoner's Code. Now, you must sign up to the terms of service of our company, but also the Summoner's Code. I don't want to... I'm not a summoner, you mad cunts, am I? I'm a human being. I don't give a fuck about any of this. I want to play the game, and if I've had a bad day at work, and some cunt's gone 0 and 8 in mid, I want to call him a cunt. Is that all right? Can I just do that? And if he doesn't want to hear it, he can hit the mute button. And that's it. And we all get along, and I go back to my shit job tomorrow, and the world keeps turning. No, you must sign the Summoner's Code. Fucking get me out, right? But let's have a look at the fucking pirate code. Article 1, the sea calls to us all. Everyone is welcome on the Sea of Thieves, regardless of age, gender, race, sexuality, nationality, or creed. All right, okay, fair enough, right? You shouldn't need to say that, but okay. I agree with Article 1 of the Pirates Code. Article 2, the sea unites us as one community. Outside the heat of battle or piracy on the high seas, all crews shall bond together as a community of like-minded souls. Wah, wah, never happening. I don't play games to make friends, motherfucker. Like, I hate to break it to you. I am not looking for fucking friends when I fire up an online video game. If I want to make friends, which I don't, fuck friends, right? If I want to make friends, I'll go out and I'll meet new people. Do I want to do that? No. Do I want online games to be where I meet my friends? No. What does that mean? Why do I have to bond together with anyone outside of the game? Fuck that. I don't want to talk to any of you cunts. I want to play my game, steal your shit, laugh in your face, speed off on my fucking galleon, and do it again and again and again to millions of you arseholes and never talk to you, never meet you. Imagine that. Imagine the counter-terrorist code in Counter-Strike, right? Where it's like, you will all be pals outside of the game. Like, no, fuck no. I banged his head off. I banged his head off and I called him a shit cunt. And then I went to bed and it was fucking great. And I don't give a fuck and never want to talk to him. What's that about? It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Right, anyway, okay. Article 3. Disputes are settled upon the waves. None shall quarrel or overly dissent against another crew, but let every engagement be settled by sword, pistol, and good seamanship. I don't know what that means. Are they saying, like, leave it in the game, I guess? Is that what that's trying to imply? Let every engagement be settled by sword. So it's like, if you get wrecked, you then can't, like, tweet at them if you know where they are. You fucking beat me up. You beat me up in a game to fucking fuck you. I don't know, man. But again, where's the harm? Where's the harm? Like, where's the harm? Who does it harm? It's not like fucking some Asian country where it's like, some guy's been grinding for ages and then, like, he's lost his mind because he hasn't slept in 5 days, and then some guy comes along and fucking takes his gear and then he kills him. It's not going to happen, is it? Just fucking, who cares? Who cares if we have a little bit of a flame war outside of the game to add spice to the game? Again, think about EVE Online forums. Okay, not a problem. All crewmates are equal, Article 4. Let each crewmate be respected as equal and free to follow their own bearing, speak openly, and vote in affairs of the voyage. Well, this is immersion breaking, isn't it? Because on the ship, right? On a pirate ship, you have a thing called a captain. You might have heard of them, right? And they have a parrot usually and a wooden leg and a big beard. And if you don't listen to the captain, yar, that be mutiny. And you get fucking keel hauled or whatever else. And that's how the ships were kept in line. So it's immersion breaking. You got to have a hierarchical structure in a fucking, you know what I mean? You gotta have a fucking hierarchy. How does a pirate ship work without a fucking hierarchy? That's crazy. Thanks, Joanne One. So no, all crewmates aren't equal. They can't be. That's not how the game should work, right?
That was totally unnecessary.
Respect new pirates and their voyage ahead. You can respect my nuts in your mouth while I steal your Athena chests. #banned for toxicity.
You're not even a real journalist.
And thank you as well to Fuzz Monster. Right? So I don't know. I don't even understand this. Like, also as well, okay, let's say on a ship, right, for some reason, the high seas suddenly got this, like, new wave of egalitarianism, like it was just influenced by classical Greece, and every boat now operates as a fucking republic. Well, not all players are actually equal, are they? Because some are shit. Some are shit. Like, you know, and if I got to team up with them, and I just got to pretend that they're not shit, and they're, you know, man the cannons. How do I do that? I've shot the bottom of our own boat. We're sinking. Sorry, mate. Well, yar, equal you be to me. We go down together, seaman. Like, what's this? Like, fuck this game. This is shit. This is lame as fuck. All right, Article 5. The crew bond is sacred. Those who betray their crew and ship through griefing and trolling shall be sent to the brig. Which is just obviously a thematic way of saying we'll just ban you. Because you only lease games now, by the way, motherfucker. You don't own a single thing. The game's on your Steam. You don't even own that. Shut it down anytime they want. You think you own shit? You do not own a fucking thing anymore. And that's exactly how they want it, because it keeps you in line. Want the game? Want the game you put all that money into? Obey our commands. Obey. Obey. Right? The crew bond is sacred. Those who betray their crew and ship through griefing or trolling shall be sent to the brig. What if it's part of my game experience, right? That I am on a crew and I'm like, yes, I'm hoisting the rigging and putting up the mainsail and I'm doing all of this, right? But the end game for me is I want to kill the captain and jack the boat. That's a very piratey thing to do. You're calling that griefing. Have you thought about this? Like, wouldn't you want to make a game that was actually about something where all of these things, like, I don't know, again, like, call it, I don't even know. I can't think of any environment where human nature must be denied thematically, let alone one about piracy, specifically about theft and violence and skullduggery on the high seas. This wasn't the game to make if these were the values you wanted to apply to it. Article 6. Respect new pirates and their voyage ahead. May the old legends help to forge new ones. Treat new pirates with respect and share your knowledge. Not all of it, surely. Not all of it. Right, helping new players. I don't mind this as being a general rule and a general theme. Makes sense. It does actually help you to do this in a game, to look after new players, because obviously, if new players have a bad first experience, they don't come back, you know. Ask the Dota 2 community about that. So, yes, you want to encourage new players, and maybe you want to incentivize it, sure, but respect and share your knowledge, maybe not, because I like being the captain, right? I like being better than everyone else. So, you know, you're new, and up to a point, I'll tolerate it and help you out where I can, but eventually, you're on your own. That's fine, but all right, I'll even leave Article 6 in there. And then Article 7, those who cheat shall be punished. And obviously, yeah, fair enough. No cheating in our online game. Like, but the rest of this stuff is just fucking la la land. It's just la la land. This is not a piracy game at this point. It's not a piracy game. So let's have a look at the extreme toxicity. Let's have a look at the extreme toxicity, right? I'm preparing you for extreme toxicity, guys.
which was a kind of community-led code that you, the community, came up with how you wanted people to behave in Sea of Thieves.
Sometimes you just gotta grow a sack, you know what I mean?
And so I think it's a really
Don't
great
know why that's
opportunity
toxic. Great clip.
to go through that and remind everybody of what the pirates
Grow
code
a
is
sack.
of Sea of
Agree
Thieves.
with that.
Fuck it, keep them alive. I wanna slay these idiots now. Fuck the pirate code.
So what the pirates code means to me.
I realize I'm not going by pirate code, but whatever.
Hey, get fucked, Orangey.
Everybody is welcome on Sea of Thieves.
How fucking long did you have to run for, huh? How many times you have to hit the wheel all the way left or all the way right, you fuck? Every time you hear a cannon shot, your fucking driver's like, hard left, hard right. And I'm pissed about it, you blunderbussing piece of shit. You fat mother effer. You're gonna do that to my boy like that? Give me that dust. Give me that fucking dust.
And the respect that they
Still haven't seen any extreme toxicity, by the way, guys.
My fucking dick.
And when adventuring out in the Sea of Thieves world, remember it's a shared world adventure game, and everybody you encounter is another player on their own adventures.
You fucks, man. Oh, I'm so triggered. Jesus, man. How fucking long do you want to run for to save your goddamn chickens? Jesus! You have an emotional connection? What the fuck is happening? Welcome back. Thanks for your dust, bitch.
And if you engage in combat with people, which is of course absolutely fine, whether it's sword play, it's gun play, or it's ship-to-ship combat, like, do so with respect for other players and treat those players with the kind of respect that you would expect to be treated with yourself.
You idiot. I was gonna fucking leave your ship, you dumbass. Oh god, dude, can't help idiots.
We rely on you all to stay true to the code in Sea of Thieves.
Fuck the pirate code.
You know, fight with honor out on the seas.
And you're bad. Give me your fucking...
Right. Again, I don't know who this fucking soy drinker is, right? But fight with honor out there on the seas. What, like real pirates did, eh? Fight with fucking honor. Just like them real pirates that like literally just fucking boarded ships, killed people, fucking threw people overboard, drowned people, made people walk the plank, stole their shit.
Seas.
And you're bad. Give me your fucking dust.
Just think about like the people that you're playing with, the people that you're encountering, and the experience that they're having, and just make sure that you use voice in the right way in Sea of Thieves.
Hey, nice, man, nice. Suck a fucking dick. Going. What'd you say? Bringing a sword to a gunfight, huh? Give me that dust, motherfucker.
Look at that. Oh my god, this is the most cringe part of it, right? Please continue to give these stream opportunities to pirates whose values more closely align with the pirate. Like, get me out, mate. How old's this kid who's made this fucking video? Is he like 10 or something? Then it would be excusable. I'd feel bad about banging on him. But I know it's like some fucking 18-year-old. Some 18-year-old. Should be me instead of Summit. Should be me. Why can't I be it? I follow the pirate code every day. Like, fucking hell's bells, man. So... yeah, I legit couldn't fucking believe this. And like you say, Summit came out and like, I mean, again, I'll play his explanation just for balance. I don't think he's got anything to explain. You're running around, you're shooting people, you know, laughing at them when you kill them. Suck my dick, thanks for the dust. He's not even necessarily saying that to them. We don't know if he's actually saying it out loud so they can hear it. He might just be saying it for the benefit of his stream, which is, you know, perfectly acceptable.
Any other video game. After a team runs from you for 20 minutes with nothing on their ship and nothing to lose, I get a little triggered, and when I'm finally slaying your ass, I'm letting that trigger out a little bit. I don't understand the problem here. Listen, guys, we can't all pretend we're Care Bears
Where's
at every
woman on a ship is
fucking
bad
step
fortune.
of the way. Stop acting like you haven't said anything bad in a video game and acting like we're the saints of the video game world. We all need to band together in this pirate game and be a good-ass community. Give me a fucking break, bro. That's the guy's job. He's supposed to say these things on the YouTube, all right? Not all of us are sitting there being good fucking sports about every little thing that happens in life, especially on a video games of pirates, man. Come on. Give me a break. Grab your fucking sack. Yes, I'm saying it. Jesus, man. Jesus.
So, you know, I got to agree with that. And then he also says here, like, that was just one day's worth of clips, by the way. Me and the guys were feeling trolley and having a good time crapping on people. People were talking shit to us. We were talking shit back. Thought that was fun. It is fun. That's the quintessential, you know, gaming thing. And again, if it's ever not fun, you can stop playing for a little bit and just come back. You know, it's fine. It's all good. It's just insane to me that, like, again, a streamer, people are lobbying to have a streamer who is literally tied to the health of the game. By the way, I hate to say it. Do you remember what happened when League of Legends started banning incredibly popular content creators? Like, I don't know. Let's talk about Video Game Donkey, right? Because he said an unbelievably, obviously exaggerated insult in one of his games. Let's get the specific insult just to refresh everyone's memories. Right, here it is.
I'm done making.
Right, the irascible.
I'm done making League of Legends videos. I'm
watch the
sorry
insult
to my
he gave
fans
up.
that only watch my League videos, but please go watch my other videos. I put so much work into them, and they're honestly way better. I came to this decision when I was playing ranked for my new video where I was gonna get diamond. Somehow we actually won this match, and then I was 2 points shy of a series when I encountered this player. This Malphite would just run down everybody's lane and feed kills until he was 0-9. We also had Bard mid. We also had that going, and it was at this time that I called this Malphite a fucking worthless, brain-dead scum-fuck bastard, pile of trash, mental dick face that should be gunned down in the street like the degenerate he is.
Right. Does anyone here believe that Video Game Donkey actually wanted this guy to be gunned down in the street? Like, literally gunned down in the street? Does anyone believe that? No, it was a very clearly hyperbolic insult that you throw at a guy who's deliberately ruining your game. We've all been there. And again, if Riot, if you're not going to ban somebody for ruining games on the basis you can't tell if they're ruining the game, at least let people have the subjective interpretation that they were ruining their game and just throw a little bit of shit their way. Because if you're not going to de-incentivize them from doing it, well, I guess we've got to, right? I mean, it just seems to be a very acceptable quid pro quo arrangement. You fuck with me, I call you a cunt, I never see you again. And again, as I keep saying, the world keeps turning. These are not, like, huge problems that we have got to conquer and triumph over. But anyway, they banned Donkey for, I believe it was for a few months, a long period of time.
Now, there is so
much
much
comes
wrong
next.
with this. First, why am I being banned for talking shit in a video game? I can understand being banned for cheating, or going AFK a bunch of times, or picking Orianna AD carry, or feeding on purpose, but talking shit to some guy that is a total dumbass? What is this, fucking pussy-ass baby preschool time? Talking shit is probably one of the only fun parts of this boring-ass game. I might as well just play the bots if you want people to act like robots, Riot. I wonder if they understand that the root of toxicity is the game. It's just not fun, and it pisses people off. Let me be serious here. League of Legends doesn't work as a competitive game or a fun party game to play with your friends. As of today, I have more than 8,000 matches played on this game, so I have some legitimate grounds to review the game on. Landing phase. The other guy sits under his turret and farms creeps for 20 minutes. Then the rest of the game is both teams walking around the map, accomplishing nothing until some dumbass gets caught. That's every match in a nutshell. The death timers are too short. The bounty system punishes you for doing good. The turrets are fucking annoying. The rank system doesn't work at all. Most of this is just the game constantly inhibiting how good you can actually do. In any great competitive video game, there are so many techniques space and opportunities for a great player to just whoop some ass. In League, you don't really have those options, and because this game wants to cater to the biggest audience possible to make the most money, like Call of Duty, it's just gonna stay that way forever. And that's what I feel like I'm doing with my League videos. Even though my appreciation for this game is waning all the time, and I want to hit you guys with all these different kinds of videos, I've stuck with it because I know my fans want to see me play League. Now, I know some of you out there like, but Donkey, what about the pro players? Now, please understand this. Pro League of Legends has absolutely nothing to do with real League of Legends. The pros are in matches where all 10 guys are amazing at the game. In real League of Legends, there's going to be 3 decent guys and 7 retards. At its best, League is just something to play in the background while you talk to your friends, but a lot of the time it's either too frustrating or monotonous. If my friends actually get into it and try to win, they'll just get mad at each other and start yelling, get into an argument. But most of the time, people just keep alt-tabbing out of the game and pay very little attention to the actual game, you know? It just isn't engaging. And then the match stretches into the 40, 50-minute mark, and nobody cares at all at that point. The matches just go on for way too long every time. So I'm not enjoying the game. Nobody I'm playing with is enjoying it. But I still really wanted to finish this video up for you guys, because, you know, once I get all the footage assembled and I've accomplished what I set out to do for the video, that's when I have my fun, making it come to life, you know, doing the editing, putting in the voiceover. That's the payoff for me. That's the enjoyable part. And I've been consistently putting out League videos since I started out on YouTube. So I emailed Riot. I said, hey, can you guys unban me so I can finish this video up? Now keep in mind, during my whole career of being the top guy promoting their game for 4 years, Riot has done almost nothing to help me out or promote me, and I emailed them for this first and only favor, and they respond to me, nope, you're toxic. And this is when I realized that this company doesn't appreciate me at all or anything I stand for. I think...
And so what you have happen here is, right, this was a guy who I think back then at that time he had about 3 million subscribers. He was far and away probably the biggest YouTuber that was regularly putting out League of Legends content in terms of the views that it got, right? Now, what did that achieve by basically isolating one of your biggest promoters for a very minor thing? Like, here's the thing as well. You can go, oh, well, he shouldn't get fair treatment. He shouldn't get unfair treatment. He should be subject to the same rules as everyone else. Honestly, not really. But here's the other thing. None of you would have known about it if he'd just gone to Riot and said, unban me, and they went, oh, yeah, fuck, sorry about that, dude. Try and tone it down in your games, though, yeah, because you are going to get flagged just like any other player. And you go, yeah, no problem. And he continues to make content. Now, what's happened to League of Legends in the past few years is they are now not getting people to try the game. They're having a decline in their player base. And they've realized this all too late, that they actually needed to start showing respect and start being decent towards YouTubers and streamers and content creators, right? And this is why they loved it when that Sanjuro guy got caught fucking saying, Tyler One was going to die of cancer for abusing steroids or whatever fucking retarded bullshit he said. You know why? Because it gave them the opportunity to get Tyler One back into the fold and save face at the same time. Because trust me, when Tyler One did his own tournament before he'd been given the redemption arc, and his tournament was like up there and it had like hundreds of thousands of people watching it and it set all these Twitch records, I'm telling you that fucking Riot Games were just like, I'm not crying, you're crying. They were fucking mega angry. Why is this toxic dude? They tried to bully Twitch into not letting him fucking play their game, and that was when he went and had to become a variety streamer for a while. Like, the thing is, people want to watch entertaining people play the game. And unfortunately, if you want that as part of your marketing angle, which is all Twitch content is primarily, if someone's playing a game, you are tacitly advertising that game. Like you're gonna have to make some compromises. That was Riot's problem. They didn't want to make compromises. Now they're desperately, like, you saw that cringeworthy shit they did with Tyler and Freak, and it was like, all still mates. It's like, it's so transparent what you're doing. They even did this thing, which, hang on, let me see if I can find it, because this made me laugh. They were doing a promotion. Where was it? Was this it? Gotta find the Reddit thread. Well, anyway, I can't find it, but it was a recent development. It was part of their like content fucking creator thing that they were doing, where they had they were like gonna do special icons. It was partway through last year, I think in the middle of it. Oh, here you go. I found it. Yeah, here it is. I actually found it. Great job. So Riot was so desperate to just try and get new people playing the game, they even humiliatingly had to support streamers who said they would never play League. They were doing a process where they were giving out rewards to influencers and content creators in Brazil, even though they had said we would never actually play League. So ridiculous. That's how desperate they were to try and bring new people in. So tying it to what I'm talking about with Summit, right? You know, if Rare were to exclude Summit, hands down the biggest streamer streaming Sea of Thieves from like any event as a result of that very mild toxicity, they're signing their own death warrant. And this is what I mean. It's like you have to understand. Right, there's a reason why these people are called influencers. You don't have to like it, and some of them, I'm sure, can be quite pathetic and childish and egotistical and narcissistic. You know, like when you see clips of Ninja saying, "Oh, you're gonna put someone else's stream there on the front page." Yeah, after everything I've done for you, and it's like. He's not joking. He means that. He would rather, you know, in his world, if he could click his fingers and make it so he was the only Fortnite streamer, he would happily do that and then just sit on his pile of gold like Smaug the dragon, but with fucking pink hair going sicko mode on that video. He would happily do that. You don't, but equally, you don't have to pander to it, but you have to recognize guy's pretty fucking popular and has done a lot for your game. So you have to do that. You have to work within that framework. So Summit getting fucking prevented from being involved with Sea of Thieves, that you may as well just delete that fucking game from Steam or whatever the fuck it's sold on at that point.